I didn't expect the laughter, not from my own blood. The room smelled of roasted meat, perfume, and cheap wine. The chatter loud until it collapsed into silence when my daughter walked in. 12 years old. Her scalp glistened under the harsh light, bald, raw patches where her hair once was. She tried to hide her head with trembling hands. Her lips quivered, but she stayed quiet. My daughter has always been quiet. Then my sister, drunk, smug, spilled her laughter like venom. "It's just a joke," she said, wiping tears from her eyes. "Lighten up." I slapped her hard. The sound cracked across the hall louder than the music. And then I left, my daughter's small hand in mine. Behind me, my mother's voice clawed through the silence. "Bastard child." That word landed heavier than the slap. I wasn't always an outcast. I used to believe in family. When my father died, I was 15. My mother became steel overnight. Cold, sharp, unbending. She favored my sister, the pretty one, the compliant one. I was a shadow, tolerated, but never embraced. She said I was too much like my father, stubborn, reckless, doomed. She wasn't entirely wrong. But I built my own life, married young, loved fiercely. Even after my wife left, I raised my daughter with a devotion my family never gave me. She became my anchor, my reason. And for that, my sister and mother despised her. A child who reflected my defiance. The night of the party, rage boiled inside me. But I kept it caged, not because I forgave, but because I understood something crucial. Revenge must be planned, not shouted. I stayed up till dawn, watching my daughter sleep, her scalp bare against the pillow. She deserved justice, not my fury wasted on screams. And then morning came. A knock at the door. My mother, eyes swollen, lips trembling. For the first time in my life, she looked afraid. "Please," she whispered, "give your sister a way to live." I almost laughed. The thing about revenge is this. It doesn't begin with destruction. It begins with silence. I told her nothing, only shut the door. She thought my silence meant hesitation. It meant calculation. I started with my sister's job. She worked at a boutique hotel, posting glossy photos of herself behind marble counters, pretending she owned the world. I sent the right pictures to the right inboxes. The CCTV footage from that night. Her face twisted in laughter while my daughter stood humiliated. I let the images breathe, circulate, whisper their poison through management. By week's end, she was fired. But that wasn't enough. I dug deeper. Old loans, unpaid bills, the credit cards she maxed out under my mother's name. My mother had covered for her, quietly shifting money, hiding shame. I gathered every scrap of evidence and handed it neatly compiled to a lawyer. Not for me, for the banks. They circled her like wolves. She called me at night, her voice cracking through the phone. "You're destroying me." "No," I said, calm as stone. "You destroyed yourself. I'm just showing the world." Then came the neighbors. I didn't spread lies. I spread truths. Every cruel remark she'd ever made about them. Every unpaid debt, every betrayal. People don't forgive humiliation. They sharpen it into knives. Soon she couldn't walk to the market without whispers chasing her. But revenge, true revenge, requires patience. I waited until she was cornered, stripped of her job, her money, her friends. Then I set the final stage, a family dinner. Same house, same table. My mother begged me to attend, desperate to stitch together the illusion of unity. I agreed. The room was smaller than I remembered, suffocating with forced smiles and clinking cutlery. My sister sat across from me, thinner, her hair dyed black to hide the stress, her hands trembling as she lifted her glass. I looked at my daughter beside me, her head now covered with a scarf of soft blue. She met my eyes, steady, stronger than before. I tapped my glass. The room quieted. "I'd like to thank everyone," I said evenly, "for the lesson I learned at the last party. That family is not blood. It is loyalty. It is love." I pulled out a folder thick, heavy, dropped it onto the table. Paper spilled, bank statements, contracts, eviction notices, her name stamped in red ink. My sister's face drained of color. "You wanted to laugh at my daughter," I continued, my voice low, deliberate. "Now the world is laughing at you." My mother reached for the papers, panic flooding her features. "Please don't do this." But I already had. The silence that followed was different from the first night. Not shocked, not temporary, final. My sister broke down, sobbing, begging, her hands clawing at the papers like she could erase them. My mother's curses died on her tongue, replaced by the choking weight of helplessness. I stood. My daughter stood with me. "We're done here," I said. This time when I walked out, no one dared speak. People think revenge is about anger. They're wrong. It's about balance, about making the world see what you've always known. That cruelty has a cost. That laughter at someone's pain always comes back louder. My daughter's hair is growing back now. She asks me if I regret it, if I feel guilty. I tell her the truth, no, because I didn't just protect you. I showed you that silence can be a weapon and that no one, not even family, gets to break you without paying. She nods, small but certain. And for the first time, I feel the kind of pride my mother never gave me. Justice, I realized, isn't loud. It's quiet, precise, unforgiving. And in that quiet, I finally found peace.